India is like an iceberg. You know, the more you discover its culture, its tradition and richness, you find that more and more you have to discover. And in this, the subject of what we are discussing and deliberating, naturopathy, nature cure, yoga, and you have all the glimpses. If you were to do a mapping of our country, you would see Avlas, Pratapgarh, you would look to Kerala with a lot of herbs. So the richness is there, the skill is there, and a large manpower is there. I'm not an expert on the beauty care, but what I wanted to put the message across in this August gathering was what is the government support for supporting micro enterprises, because a lot of people talked about the unorganized sector or the success story of Shamin. So how do we help these small groups, individuals? How do we help the journey of a caterpillar to a butterfly? So that is the issue. India, as I was saying, famous for herbal and Ayurvedic range. And since the hoary past, we are talking of rejuvenating. We are talking of turmeric, we are talking of honey, we are talking of aloe vera, and various juices which we talk for curing the diabetes or for revitalization. We talk of the gulkand, neem, we talk of multani mitti, which all of you might be using. We talk of bringraj, mandara, coconut, almond oil for hair care. And we also have the wellness industry in India, which is evolving very fast. And we have the supporting industries. If we broadly categorize the manufacturing and the service in our definition of government schemes, the service would all be the spa, the acupressure, the massage parlors, and whatnot. And the manufacturing could then come to those machinery or equipment which you could use for these beauty aids. The potential is by 2015, the wellness services alone are expected to have potential to generate 3 million job opportunities. And we find that more and more educational institutions are having wellness and the related courses. Even if you take up of ITIs and other colleges, we have the therapies, we have different courses involved. And if we see the growing demographic and economies in the developing countries, such as India and China, we find that the great opportunities exist for health and wellness device market. The overall wellness market in India is estimated at 490 billion rupees, and the wellness services alone comprise 40% of this market. And this has attracted a large number of domestic entrants and international players. And we find that during the next 3 years, we estimate that the Indian wellness industry will grow at a rate of 20%, I think some gentleman has already said. Now, what are the challenges to this industry? The Indian herbal industry is fighting to find a share in the global market with its credibility, and is encountering the regulatory concern, the consumer perceptions, and the competitions. Quality of herbs has become a major concern following the reports of heavy metals in Indian herbs. Adulteration is also one of the serious problems. One study showed that 64% of the samples collected in India contain significant amount of lead. A recent Harvard medical study also reported that 14 of 70 handmade products contain heavy metals. So this problem, of course, is related to even Chinese products, but then these are the major areas of concern which has to be addressed. I would quickly go through to what the government of India plans, that while addressing the problem of unemployment, how we can address the cause of people like Shamim or the success story we just heard. The Government of India has launched the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, which is an employment generation scheme being operated in rural and urban areas in 2008-9. The maximum project cost is 25 lakhs for manufacturing and 10 lakhs for service. And the funding is done through bank on viable projects. The margin money subsidy is permitted, which is the highest in any Government of India scheme, which is 35% of the project cost. We also have special package for the weaker sections and the people belonging to women category and Northeast. If you can see this table, the own contribution is only 5% for the beneficiary of the weaker section, 10% for the general category. And the subsidy is 15% for urban for the general category, 25% for the people coming from rural areas, 35% for rural areas weaker section, and 25% for the general category. The scheme has been very well received, and around 3 lakh entrepreneurs have already set up their projects and are doing well. And about 24.13 lakhs people have already been provided employment opportunities under the scheme. We also have another scheme, as I was telling you about mapping the natural resources. A lot of tribals spend their time in collecting the herbs, and they are being processed, and then some formulations and some products are done. We have a special scheme called the Sfurti scheme, Scheme of Fund for Regeneration of Traditional Industries, which is a cluster development program. Any NGO, any company can participate as a nodal agency and can identify these artisans who are working in groups, maybe collecting Ayurvedic plants, and then a common facility center is to be set up, which can be managed by these nodal agencies, and the grant assistance is visible for heritage cluster, which is a big one, where about 1,000, 2,500 artisans are involved. The grant assistance is 8 crores from the government. Major clusters, 500 to 1,000 artisans, we provide 3 crores. Mini clusters, up to 500 artisans, 1.5 crores assistance is provided as a part to support the common facility. We also provide marketing support to the products manufactured under this sector. We have 7,050 Khadi Bhavans and Bandars all over the country, which help and sell these products. We, on an average, organize 200 domestic exhibitions, and we support our NGOs and units also in international exhibition. We provide around 90% concessional airfare and 50% stall rentals to those participating in these exhibitions, and we also organize buy, sell, and meet. Thank you. This was a small brief I wanted to provide you. So all those individuals who would like to actively take up these schemes, they are welcome, and contact the nearest offices. We have offices all over in the country. Thank you.